Hey y'all, it's Karina. I hope you're doing well, as always. And for you guys who are back in school, I hope you're enjoying it. It's so crazy how a lot of the high school juniors haven't had normalcy since like freshman year. Anyway, today's video is going to be another chill paint and chat video. I'm going to be filling up my sketchbook and trying to make it more pretty, presentable. I know some people like theirs to look messy and keep it real, but I like trying to make it a little more polished. Just because I do have more of a social media presence now, I like to show you guys some pretty sketchbook stuff and maybe inspire you guys, I don't know. But yeah, also keep in mind that sketchbooks can look however you want it to look, and if it doesn't look super pretty and it's just a bunch of random sketches, that's completely fine, and that's honestly such a good thing because it's just your raw mental, like, sketching process, and I love that. Keep it up, guys. Anyway, I'm painting LSDXOXO. I've been really into their music lately, and I'm in love with their style and their presence and literally just everything about their existence. Instead of doing a sketch, I just went in raw. I just started slapping the paint on wherever I felt like it. I made a conscious effort to mix my colors off of the page on the palette, which can actually help you when you stick to it. It makes things a lot less messy, and it makes the painting process go by a lot more quickly, in my opinion. I used my Daler Rowney acrylic paint for this page, as usual, nothing too fancy. As far as my process goes for this page, I just slapped on different parts wherever I wanted to, slowly just building up and rendering. Starting with broad general strokes, which helps me get an idea of the proportions, and then later down the line, on the final layers, I rendered the details more and more. And I love this process because when I speed up the footage, as you are watching right now, seeing the build-up is very satisfying. Not much is happening in my life right now. It's kind of the calm before the storm. On August 18th, I move out of the house that I've spent 18 years living in. I've never known anything else, so this is a huge step for me. I'm more excited than nervous. I'll have more control over my life than I've ever had before. I get to cook for myself, my diet won't be an accommodation anymore. I get to actually explore my city, get tattoos and piercings, dress the way I want to dress without my mother silently judging me. I can go to the events I want to go to, spend money exactly how I want to spend it. Even the fact that I was able to pick the times of my classes is such a freedom to have. My schedule is truly my own. And the little nervous part of me is mostly present because of the rigor level of my classes. Of course, I haven't taken them yet, but I'm still kind of nervous. A little while ago, I learned that all you have to do is merely pass your college classes to get your degree. That bit of information brought me comfort. However, I got into the honors program at my school, mind you, solely based off my GPA, which pushes things up a notch. You have to maintain a certain average to stay in the program, and my school has so many resources and of course wants its students to succeed, but my brain was just never really built for academic rigor, and it never will be. I've accepted this. I accepted it long ago. I live my life very simply. I read leisurely, but I don't put too much pressure on myself, you know? I've never really pushed myself academically because it's always been so hard for my brain to retain information. I have to go the extra mile just to study to get everyone else's bare minimum, which sucks. I feel stupid, but like, I am, however, aware of my success in other aspects of my life. I consider YouTube and social media a success at the moment. It's a solid stream of income, and I feel like I'm good at what I do, genuinely. And here's the finished product. I love the amount of messiness that this page has. It's like just the right amount, happy medium. Love it so much. I haven't opened my Himi Gouache in at least a year. I got it for my birthday when I turned 16. I just turned 18. It's been a real long time. I cannot remember the last time I used it. So I'm gonna be opening that, unboxing crusty gouache. Oh yeah, also I got a septum yesterday. Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? Ooh. Ooh. This thing is usually like airtight, so I don't know what to expect. All right. Ooh, oh my God, wait. This speaks for itself. It is very like the Sahara. Oh goodness. All right, let's see if we can salvage it. I'm gonna add some, oh, I got some water on my laptop. Okay, let's not do that. I'm just gonna like drip some water into each color and hopefully it'll work. Arlisha, better known as Arlie Bean on YouTube and Instagram, inspired me to get the Himi Jelly Gouache. It's such a fun palette and its portability is so useful. Overall, it's amazing and affordable, and I would highly recommend getting it if you haven't tried it out yet. For this page, I'm painting my love, Ugly Worldwide. I've been following Giselle for so long, since like 8th grade. Their style is so unique, and their face, like their skin is just so radiant. I'm so jealous. And just their style, I've always wanted to dress like them. I've always looked up to them as a creative person, and this picture looked really cool, so I thought I'd draw it. I had to kind of relearn gouache for this page, so there's definitely a bit of misuse, especially in the beginning. I was using a bit too much water and trying to blend it in too much, and I think I was using too much water because I had to use water to reactivate the paints. That makes sense. Anyway, once I got into the groove of things, I can say that the best general gouache advice I have from this page, like learning from this page, is for y'all to mix a solid, accurate color off of the page and avoid blending as much as possible. I mean, this goes for most painting mediums in general, but especially for gouache, you can't really get a solid blend, and then it dries, and then you realize it's not blended as you thought it was, and then you have to like redo it the way you want it to. So just like don't even bother getting a really even blend, because usually with gouache you just don't. It's very difficult. I was watching my mutual Al/Little Star Nerds video, which by the way, you should definitely watch their Make It Gay series. I love it so much. Anyway, I was watching their video about their gouache process from not too long ago. I forgot what they said verbatim, but it was something like, do the general shapes of the highlights, midtones, and shadows, and then after that dries, add details and add any further rendering. And that kind of just cleans up the messy parts, you know? And I completely understand that. Like, it's difficult to get a nice blend in gouache, so just fake it till you make it. It doesn't have to look perfectly blended, and that's the beauty of it. A lot of the classics aren't even super well blended either. You can go to a museum and see a beautiful, realistic painting, and from afar, it looks very cohesive and smooth, but when you walk closer, you can notice individual brush strokes, which is so beautiful in my opinion. I love that artists can capture something and also keep it real with like all of the brush strokes and the messiness, and really just capture the light without getting too much into the technical details. I think things are definitely a lot more different in the 21st century because of social media. A lot of artists get very detail-oriented when posting their art because you can't really step closer or further away from something that's on your phone right in front of you. So like photorealistic art, especially colored pencil drawings, are really thriving right now, and I think there's some correlation there. Here's how the page turned out. I really love the outcome, and I am enjoying gouache, quite frankly. Very much so. For this next page, I used a different brand of gouache. I got this Arteza gouache a while back, and I used it a couple times, but only in my tiny sketchbook. I wanted to compare the quality of the two different brands while the Himi gouache was still fresh on my mind, and I gotta say, this Arteza paint does not miss. They include 2 whites as well, which is always awesome. I'm doing a more full-on polished and fancy sketch for this page. I'm drawing George Clanton, who I got tickets to see in October, and I'm so excited. I was gonna see him with The Garden in 2020, but I'm sure you all can guess why I didn't. Anyway, I'm still seeing both George Clanton and The Garden, but they're separate shows this time. I'm kind of scared because the Delta variant wasn't around when I bought all these tickets, so I'm definitely gonna double mask up, bring a bounty of hand sanitizer with me. I am fully vaccinated. I've been fully vaccinated since March, but I'm still just very scared of spreading it. I'm also a bit worried because a lot of the concerts I bought tickets for will have a pretty hyped audience, lots of like moshing. How many did I even get? So we got George Clanton, The Garden, 100 Gex, City Morgue, Eve Toomer. Oh gosh, who else? I know there's at least one other concert. I can't think of anyone else, but I feel like I'm missing someone. I do want to see Danger Incorporated. I know they're coming to Atlanta, and their Atlanta show already sold out, but Louis Duffelbags posted, and he said he wants to do another show in Atlanta and hopefully have it be free. And that one will probably be packed too, but I'm gonna try to go because I love Danger Inc. And I just didn't know they were going on tour until the Atlanta show was completely sold out. So praying, hoping, manifesting. Tame Impala, that's who else I'm seeing. I don't know how I forgot about that dude, but yes, I'm seeing Tame Impala with my sister. We got the tickets a while back, so that's probably why I didn't remember. It just wasn't as fresh on my mind, but so excited for that one. That's like a bucket list concert for me. The colors in this Arteza set are so vibrant and smooth, so again, I would recommend buying them if you haven't tried them out yet. The Himi palette didn't have as much leverage when being compared to this one just because the colors were dry, and the white was not so vibrant because it was really hard to keep clean, so I'm cutting it some slack. I'd say both of these gouaches in this video are on level playing ground because they're both in the same price range and the same quality. The only difference is really the level of portability. If you want to travel around with your gouache, I would recommend the Himi palette just because it's so easy to pack up and take with you. I took mine to Michigan a couple years ago and it was lovely. There was no damage, it wasn't messy or anything, and yeah, just so portable. Individual tubes, on the other hand, are a little more difficult to do that with, so you also have to worry about your palette situation as well. The Himi palette is just really ideal for traveling. Making this video really sparked my love for gouache again. I had neglected it for so long, and for what? I love using vibrant colors, and gouache really emphasizes the vibrancy so much. Here is some sexy tape peeling action going on here. No paper was ripped in the process. We love to see it. Thank you so much for making it this far. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. Can't put it into words. Here's the finished page. Looks lovely. Yes, wonderful. So satisfying. Here's today's artist shout out. Go follow them. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye. I love you.